So imagine this is the soil.
Do you want me to cover it?
No, leave it. We're going to use a bit more soil to cover it. Yeah. Go ahead. You start covering. The question was green potatoes. What are they? If this is the soil level and potatoes are growing here, normally the potatoes will be growing along the sides or a little underneath. Now what happens is the seed potato will be closer to the surface, and they're the green ones. That's the potato's natural way of reproducing. So that green potato is going to sprout. If they're all covered, they won't sprout. That's its natural way. But because of it's getting direct sunlight, it turns green and it's poisonous. Okay?
So the ones you have in your home,
Yes.
that turns green is poisonous as well?
Avoid them. If they turn green, I would not eat them because
So really, what they're starting to grow into the plant.
into a plant. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, lovely. So you've covered them up. So what you do is you give them a little water. Before you water them, obviously you use a knife, but health and safety. You just stab a few holes into the bag. Give us a second when you just do this. Anyone know what this is for?
Okay.
Breathing.
Let the water out. Yeah. So you don't want them soaking. They do like water. They do like a moist soak. You do not ever let it dry out completely. You know when it's like dust and nothing sticks to your hand. See, like this.
Nice.
That's not too bad. Bits are sticking to my hand.
It shouldn't.
But if it gets beyond that, it's too dry. Yeah, ideally you want to water it twice a week. There you go. Right. Give them a little water. Yeah, you can wash your hands in. Right in there. Come on, wash your hands. I'll pour for you. Save water.
Save the planet.
There you go. Lovely. Okay. Obviously, on a bigger scale, you'd use a lot more water. Now, in about 6 weeks, where you want to store this, you want to keep that out of frost. So if you've done this around April, British weather, hopefully frost has cleared, especially in London. You want to put it ideally in a sunny spot next to a wall. The reason why is when the foliage grows, it gets quite heavy, and then you want it to lean against something.
By a fence.
Fence, nice sunny spot. Okay? Now what will happen in 6 weeks, approximately, these are not potatoes. Actually, that's quick. 6 weeks, something like that should happen. Okay? And what the plant's decided to do is I'm going to reproduce. So it needs the solar energy. The green, the chlorophyll, it absorbs the sun's energy, and then it produces sugars, and that's how it reproduces basically. That's the food for the plant. Now what you want to maximise your potato yield. So what you do is you'd retop it up with soil right up to the stem where you don't cover the leaves. So we're going to do that again.
Oh, as it grows.
As it grows, okay? So you're giving it water every 3 or 4 days, and you realise that they're getting quite tall, these things. So I'll move it about.
So does that mean that they're growing quicker if you find that they're getting taller and taller?
Yeah, as they're getting taller, what you're doing is you're pushing more soil underneath, okay? And then water, bit of organic liquid feed, water. And what you realise is before you even get to summer, you're going to be around there. You've been topping it up, yeah? So what you've got is you've got a whole sack full of compost or soil, and your potatoes are in there, and now the plant's basically been reaching for the sunlight. You've given the potatoes much more room and the root system to spread out and actually reproduce and grow potatoes. Yeah? So you get loads of potatoes in there. What will happen is these stalks, come summer, they're going to wilt and they're going to flop over. That's really time for harvest.
You
Yeah?
have to wait till summer.
You have to wait for summer. But if you wait till April, if you start in April and summer, April, May, June, July, about 12 weeks you can get a crop. And that's quite
But
fast.
not now. We can't be ready for December.
You can plant some for December,
Yeah.
but that's a bit of timing is different. I'll cover that. I'm just going to hold that for me.
Okay.
Note it down, and I'll cover it. Hopefully, I'll cover it when I'm doing this. Now, what will happen is once that's dried and wilted, you just take a knife, cut your bag open it up. That's why the cardboard comes in handy, actually. And it's easy to harvest your potatoes. Great for people with back pain. Great for people who can't bend down and do a lot of digging. Yeah? So it's something really simple for basically lazy governments like me. Okay? Any questions?
Yeah. You said, do you have to do this outside? Can you
If you get away Yeah, you're right. You can get away doing it inside, but they need sunlight.
Garden.
Right, so you've got to put it by a window in if you
Yeah, you can do that inside. There's no problem doing that inside. And you've got to be careful about the mess you make, because I get told off all the time.
You can put it in a plant pot and stuff.
You can do it in a plant pot as well, but what happens is as it sprouts, imagine it was a plant pot and we started like that and it sprouted, it's hard for the sunlight to hit it.
Oh,
Okay. So with the tyres, you start with one tyre, and you they've grown a bit, dump another tyre on, fill it up, it's grown a bit, dump another tyre, and then when you want to harvest, you literally just pull off the tyres. Yeah? Bit more oomph needed for that,
it's a feature.
but you can reuse the tyres. Any more questions? No? Okay, right. I'm going to pass the sheet around. You can basically put your emails on there and I'll send you basically this handout's got hyperlinks on there, so it will take you to places where you can buy varieties of potatoes. And this is basically a simple step-by-step guide, right? So you can remember to do this in April. Is everyone willing to at least give it a go?
Yes.
Yeah? Wonderful. So pass these on for me. Take one and pass it on.
I don't like potatoes because then you waste the packet. I only eat a few and then there's too many that are grown.
Yeah?
I don't think I've got the space or the place to do it.
Hopefully one day.
You know, yeah, but maybe I can do it like in my sister's garden or something
Yeah?
like that.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind having some
Yeah,
potatoes.
she would.
Can you do like other potatoes as well, like carrots and
You
stuff?
can do this with carrots, but carrots work the other way. So it's very hard. Carrots grow downwards.
Right.
So it's very hard to do that. Because you're going to have to somehow pick the whole thing up, put it on another tyre.
I see,
Oh,
yes.
Slide
and
out.
the spacing.
Yeah, slide out whatever cardboard or wood you had underneath so the carrots can go deep and
Oh, I see, yeah.
yeah. Potatoes, Jerusalem artichokes,
Yeah, that's right.
they all work in these. Mainly this is ideal for potatoes. But technically you can grow anything that grows in the soil, you can grow in the bag. Yeah? So if you have a bag of soil, you can put strawberries in there. No problem.
Is there a significant?
Yeah, strawberries, you can cut a hole in the side, put a strawberry in there, cut a hole in the side, put a strawberry in there, fill the top with strawberries, no problem.
Is it significantly tastier than the normal?
Much better. They actually, a lot of potatoes you're going to buy are very bland,
Yeah.
yeah? Because bland sells. Because you can add flavours and it
Yeah.
works. But when you pick a variety that you've not tried before, etc., it will have a different flavour and taste. And different potatoes work differently for different things. Okay, so some are good for chips, some are good for roasting, some are good for
But
mash.
that's what I was going to ask you, how big do they get? Because you
These-
can't make
these-
roasties out of those, can you?
These you can roast like that.
Good for roast.
Oh.
Not jacket potato now.
No,
But
so that's the average
That's a
size.
portion.
For roasties, isn't it?
yeah.
You don't want
Okay,
more roasties.
we've come to the end of the time. My email is on the end of the handout. Feel free to email me any questions and I'll get back to you.
Oh, do you write the email? What do you write?
Yeah. If you want to write an email, put it on the back of this. I'll send you the digital
Yes.
version of this. All done.
Was it interesting?
Yes.
Alright. Just for